Hey, y'all, it's Casey Hope, and we are back with another 10-minute challenge. I love coming on here, challenging myself to get creative for 10 minutes. I do that to myself so that you can do it to you too. So you can watch, hey, it's possible. I don't have to have a ton of time to sit down and create. And so today, what I'm going to attempt, I'm not sure if it's possible. I haven't timed myself doing it yet, and it seems a little more like more steps than normal, but we're gonna give it a try. So it is right here in my sketchbook. I have this little sketchbook of places that I love that I just doodle and everything. And Seaside is it's a great little place in Florida, along 30A. We have vacationed there for years or near there. My parents have a beach house down in that area, and I worked at Seaside in college. It's just a place that we love. And so I the post office is the iconic little spot. I'm going to give that a try today of drawing it and watercoloring it and lettering all the things, so you can follow along with me. Now if I do it, you have a chance to win. If I make my 10 minutes, you have a chance to win. All you gotta do to be entered is make sure you're subscribed to this channel, like it, and leave a comment. All right, so let me take myself out of the video, bring everything on down, and let's go over supplies really quickly, and then we'll get to it. So this is just my, like I said, this is just a little watercolor workbook. I'll be using this just as inspo, but you'll be looking here. This is a watercolor sheet. I've got my watercolors. I've got a micron pen. I've got just my cup of water and brushes. And then I also have a couple of Tombow pens just for that bright color here. And I used blue here. I don't really know if that's the best because it makes it kind of like water when it wasn't really supposed to be. But anyway, here we go. This is going to be a challenge. Let's see if I can do it. Let me open up my iPad and hit the start button. 10 minutes. Here we go. All right. So we are going to sketch things out first. Just let's see. Can we start with a rectangle? Okay, then we'll do another little rectangle on top. Then we will do a triangle. Okay, so we kind of got the layout a little bit. We got the front steps here. We're just doing kind of basic shape. I probably should make this a little wider. I think I need to make it wider. I'll have to come back and erase. All right, then we will do the front post office. Again, we're just doing shape right here, just shape. So we got rectangles and triangles. We've got rectangles for the windows, not trying to be perfect. Right here, I'm leaving some space here because I am going to do the planters that are in front. So these are just kind of these big planters. I'm gonna come down just a little more so y'all can see a little bit more. Had some little bushes. And then we've got the doors. I've almost made all of this too skinny, but I'm having to roll with it because, again, challenging myself for 10 minutes. So we're not going to have time for perfect. Let's see. We will do the flag. Just kind of comes up, circle. Okay, so I think we are decently good. Hold on. I'm going to make these windows a little bit bigger. Normally I'm not taking time to erase, but they're bothering me. All right, there we go. Here we're going to do just a little bit of this to kind of frame it out. We'll have the trees. We do have kind of like that tree line. It's going to look good. Let's see. So, oak. Okay, and then let me letter Seaside. All right, so now I've got that drawing on quickly. I was just looking at shape, and now I'm going to quickly take my micron pen and put a little bit of this definition in. Because I am working so loose and so quick, it's going to need this definition. Okay, I'm not going to have time to be putting a lot of layers or details with my watercolor. So I'm really going to need this pen for that definition. I'll just kind of write the words post office. Like I said, this was a very one of the iconic pieces. Seaside has changed some of the stores and different things over the years, but this post office has remained the same. So anytime you are traveling, if you want to do this, like take a little notebook and sketch, finding things that are like staples uh, that remind you of the spot. And then just don't be too hard on yourself thinking you have to have it perfect. Is this drawn to scale? No. Is this going to be anything close to perfect? No. Is it going to be my best work? No. But is it making time to be creative and making a little visual memory of a place that I love? You know, it's just, there's lots of fun and benefits in that. All right, so there we have got it sketched. I may do a little bit more scribbles kind of on one side of my trees. I'm about to check my time because I'm like, okay, we have halfway done. So we're like 5 minutes. So we got that drawing in 5 minutes. Let me quickly just kind of take off some of my pencil. All right, and here comes the watercolor. All right, so I will kind of pull this up just a bit now so that you can see what colors I'm getting. I'll pull my cup a little bit closer. And here we go. I'm going to go with my light green, throwing in just some scribbles, the trees. Can also, let's maybe take some of this dark green. Pop, that's way too much. Hang tight. I will dab that up. Okay, also with that small brush, I'm gonna go ahead, maybe with one of the greens and just, I'm leaving space for those tree trunks, but there would be a little bit of green kind of back here a bit. I'm not making a perfect line with it though. Gonna get some of the brown. Okay, going to go back to this green for just a bit here on the bushes. Gonna get the staple red front doors. Got a small brush for this. I don't want it to bleed into those, um, the greenery on the bushes right there. I guess while I still have that red, I can do a couple of little stripes here. Not trying to be perfect. I can rinse that brush, go to my blue. Now a little bit of gray for those windows, and I could do the windows like a blue or something. I'm just choosing to do just a itty bit of the, oh, that's darker than I want. So I'm gonna add water. And then I'm choosing to use a little bit of the purple. So like I'm gonna get the purple and dilute it down instead of a gray on some of the white areas. So I'm not painting everything. I'm just kind of putting just like a little bit of a shadow, if you will, but I'm using the purple instead of gray. And that's No choice, no reason majorly other than I just felt like too much gray was going to start to look a little bit dreary. And I wanted this is to me feels bright and sunny and I love this place. And so I don't want anything that's going to come get darken it up too much. All right, looking good. I'm going to put a bright, fun sky. So what I'm doing up here is just starting with water, just plain water. And then I'm going to drop in color. So I'm just kind of dropping in the blue. And because there's that water already, it's making just kind of this cloud effect. This is called the wet on wet. Some places like right there, I didn't have water. So I can see that it's not really blending as much as I wanted to. Now, if places look too dark or too spotty, that's where you can always come back in with paper towel and give things a dab. But overall, it looks very good to me. I might even pull a little bit of blue down here. Let's see, I'll do a little bit of water first. I don't want to touch trees or anything because I don't want it to start to blend together. But maybe just a little bit of this light blue. So I did water first, just a touch of the light blue. All right, so down here, let me look at my time. Oh dear, I'm not gonna make it. It's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna keep going. So down here, I did blue earlier, and I did this with a Tombow pen. I don't know that blue is the best choice, but I'm gonna show you anyway. So I did a little bit of a Tombow pen over here. And what's so great about the Tombow pens is they are water soluble. So when you use them on watercolor paper like this, you add water to them and they become watercolor. So I love using Tombow pens like this. You can also do Crayola. You've probably seen us do some Crayola things. There's my timer. There's my timer. It's a going. I did not make this in 10 minutes or less, but I'm still going to finish it. I'm going to let you watch me finish it because it's not going to be much more than 10 minutes. I knew this one was going to be a challenge. I usually can do it. I knew with the amount of drawing that this one was going to be a challenge though. So let me hit this with the heat gun and then we will go over the lettering and then we will be done. And is it done in 10 minutes? Nope. Is that okay? Yes, it's okay because it's only like 11 minutes. All right. Then I'm going to just grab this Tombow pen and ensure that's. I just like these bright colors. So I could have used a Sharpie and done a black first before I painted, but I just love the bright pink. So there you have it. A quick little sketch of a place that I love. There we go. They look a little bit different, but one was done not in 10 minutes with a little bit of, I was going quick, but I wasn't challenging myself to do it in 10 minutes. And this one was a little bit smaller too. So it's a little bit of a different format, but there we have it, y'all. Let me know if you give it a try or if you are starting just to draw other things around you. These videos are meant to teach you a little bit so that you can kind of see. One, you saw how we broke down things into shape. You saw how we did the wet on the wet. You saw how a Tombow marker turned into watercolor. So we like to throw in little sprinkles of teaching elements, but we also really want to inspire you to just get creative. It doesn't have to take a lot of time, doesn't have to take a lot of expensive materials, but when you sit down and do stuff with your hands, it is just so freeing on just the fun you can have just sitting wherever you are. It's fun, it brings peace, it lowers anxiety. It's just good stuff. So give it a try, leave us a comment and let us know, are you gonna try to do something for 10 minutes today? Let us know if you're gonna do it or not. All right, y'all, that's it for today. We will see you next week. See ya.